This is episode 126 of Pausing on the Prophets, and today we are looking at Isaiah chapter 19, verses 5 through 10. And Isaiah writes, "The waters from the sea will dry up, and the river will be parched and dry. The canals will emit a stench. The streams of Egypt will thin out and dry up. The reeds and rushes will rot away. The bulrushes by the Nile, by the edge of the Nile, and all the sown fields by the Nile will become dry, be driven away, and be no more. And the fishermen will lament, and all those who cast a line into the Nile will mourn, and those who spread nets in the waters will pine away. Moreover, the manufacturers of linen made from combed flax, and the weavers of white cloth will utterly be dejected, and the pillars of Egypt will be crushed. All the hired laborers will be grieved and sold." Isaiah continues the lament against Egypt, now focusing on what is Egypt's greatest asset, the river Nile and all the waters that feed it. Drought. That is the picture Isaiah paints for us here. No water, no life. From those who make their living directly from the Nile, like the fishermen, to those who make their living indirectly from the Nile, like the makers of cloth, who get all their raw materials from the plants that are watered from the Nile, all will be dejected. They will lament. The very pillars of society, Isaiah says, are no more. Well, why? Because God controls not only the armies of the world, but the weather, which shapes our lives more than anything else, really. Maybe you are trusting in a bank account or a political party or a certain type of government or an education or maybe some technology. Yet the forces of nature which sit under God's control care little for any of those things. Natural disasters can make fools of us all when we trust in something besides God. And yet, when our hope is in the death and resurrection of Christ, no drought can keep us from his love. No storm can snatch us from his hand. And no natural disaster can leave us utterly dejected.